Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Thank you for the burrito.
Okay. All right. Great. All right. Um, and we are live. We want to thank everyone for joining us today on this afternoon. We've had quite a bit of technical difficulties, but we made it through by the help of the Lord. And we're glad that you're able to come and join us. Once again, this is yours truly, the Minister Brenda Clements with the Empowerment Youth Ministry broadcast. And today we're joined with some wonderful, wonderful young people. This is the high school edition of the Empowerment Youth Ministry broadcast. And we're recording, pre-recording. We're sorry for the late start, but technology just did not want these young people to shine tonight, but here they are, and we're so grateful and proud of these young people, beautiful young people. And I'm telling you, they have something great that they can share with you today. And we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and record. And at the end, I am going to kind of go ahead and close it out, but we will still stay up for those that may have any questions or comments for our young people, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. Good afternoon to each and every one. This is yours truly, Minister Brenda Clements with the Empower Me Youth Ministry broadcast. That's right. We are here again to join you, just to be able to share with you one more time. God is certainly good to us. And even in the midst of this pandemic that we're experiencing, I want you to know that God is still blessing like never before. And he is still doing great things for his people. And we're just so happy to be joined. We have been having wonderful, wonderful guests all month long. We've been talking to young people, and today is our high school students edition of the Empowerment Youth Ministry broadcast. And we're joined by some high school students from across the area, locally, as well as some that are some miles away from us. But nevertheless, we're so happy that they have agreed to come and share with us with this high school edition of the Empowerment Youth Ministry broadcast. And as you know, right now, the big topic is our children going back to school. That is a hot topic. What are we going to do? And so, who's good to, who better yet to talk to than some of the students, because they're the ones that they're talking about going back to school. And the governor of South Carolina was on TV on yesterday talking about our children going back to school. And I'll tell you, I see it on both sides. I see it on both hands, and it is a pandemic all the way around. When you look at the situation, we're trying to make sure that our children have a safe environment, a safe place that they can go and learn. But at the same time, we have lost so many of our students too, due to the fact that maybe they didn't have internet access, didn't have anyone their study packets, or whatever the case may be. They gave a number of 10,000 students that they um, did not know where they were. And so that's such an unfortunate situation that they're dealing with. And it's difficult, and it's a very tough decision to make. But we're joined with some young people that maybe they can help them figure it out. You are the ones that are going to have to go back into the schools, or you're going to have to do some type of virtual learning. But maybe there's just something that you all may be able to say to us today that will enlighten everyone, enlighten the whole world, and say, that's the answer. But we're so happy to be joined by such a beautiful group of young people this afternoon. And we're going to go ahead and get started. We just want you all to introduce yourselves, loosen up, feel free to express exactly how you feel. We just want to hear from you. We want to give you all a platform to be able to express yourself, your concerns about not just going back to school, but also if there are any things that concern you, even about school overall, that you can share with us, that maybe that we can benefit from as parents, as well as other young people that are listening in on today. And so we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to start from the bottom and go up. And so joining us this afternoon is Kaylin Stevens. And Kaylin, if you would just kind of introduce yourself and let us know what grade you're in, and just give us a little bit about what you do at school, or what you like to do, your hobbies, and just kind of give us a little introduction of yourself.
Hi, my name is Kaylin Stevens. I'm 15 years old.
Okay.
I'm in 10th grade as of right now. And the things that I like to do, is laugh and talk a lot. I like to hang out with a lot of friends and everything. I'm a social butterfly, so that's
great.
basically what I do.
Okay, great. And you left out singing. Okay.
Yes, I do that too. I do a lot of singing.
Beautiful, beautiful. So we're joined by our 10th grader, which would be a sophomore.
Yes.
Sophomore. It's been a few years, so I had to kind of remember that stuff. So we have a sophomore, and we also have a junior that has joined us this afternoon by the name of our brother. Well, we call him TJ, but his name is Tamaris McCallum Jr., and he is a 11th grader, which is a junior. So TJ, if you could just kind of introduce yourself for us, please. All right, TJ. Okay. All right, we're happy to have TJ to join us. Okay, TJ, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
TJ. Yeah, I'm TJ. I'm 16. I'm going to be a junior, which is 11th grade. I like to be active and just have fun.
Okay, great, great. And I know that you're a very, very active young man, because we've been seeing some posts of you running track. Is that correct?
Yes.
Great, great. So that sounds like something that you enjoy doing.
Yes.
How long have you been running track?
Since I was about 6.
6 years old. Wow, man, that's great. That's great. That's awesome. And he is a terrific track star. And I want you all to know that y'all saw him first on the Empowerment Youth Ministry broadcast, because he's going to be great one day with the help of the Lord. We thank God for TJ joining us. And now to our 12th graders. We have 2 12th graders that have joined us this afternoon, and we thank God for having Monica Clements. If you would introduce yourself and tell us, what are you doing in high school?
Hello, my name is Monica Clements. I am a 12th grader at Dillon High School. Some of my hobbies are drawing, watching TV. Some things about me, I'm a dramatic and funny person, intelligent. Some things I do at Dillon High School, I am in the JRTC program, where I'm currently the battalion commander, which is top head of the battalion.
Okay, all right, Monica, thank you so much. Talented, intelligent young lady, and she is part of the JRTC program there. And I tell you what, that JRTC program is a good program to be in. But from experience, I've had Monica is the third one of my girls to be a part of the JRTC program, in other words. So we have been a part of that program for a long time. All right. So thank you so much, Monica, for joining us. And last but not least, we have Miss Chelsea Goings. 12th grader. Congratulations to you, Chelsea. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Chelsea. I'm 17. I'm a senior, well, upcoming senior. I've got a business that's in Greensboro, and some things I do, I cheer, I run track. I kind of stay to myself, but yeah, some hobbies. I like to draw, sing. Yeah, just chill.
Okay, good. Thank you so much, Chelsea.
Something went wrong.
All
Try
right.
again in a few seconds.
Google's trying to talk while we're talking. All right, sorry about that. Great, Chelsea. So I didn't know you run track, and I think you left out. Did you leave out singing too?
Oh, no, I said it.
Singing. Okay. So we have quite a few. We have a great variety of talent here tonight, joining us from the high school level. And right now, like I was saying earlier about the pandemic and you all going back to school, how do you feel about the virtual learning experience that you all had to undergo at the end of last year? And now they're talking about either you going back or either doing the virtual learning again. So Kaylin, how do you feel about doing the virtual learning? How was it for the end of last year when you did that?
Didn't like it at all. It was very difficult because I like to talk and I like to be in person with people. So I'm already like a social butterfly. So being around a computer or phone is just, it just didn't work for me. I actually wanted to do cyber school before, but until I got the gist of it, I was like, it's not for me.
I understand. And it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. So how do you feel about going back into it for the fall? I mean, because that's kind of where they are with it. Or how do you feel about it? What do you prefer to go back to school or the virtual learning?
I prefer to go back to school, but if we have to do virtual to stay safe, then I mean, who knows? I'm just worried about getting my grades right and making it to the next year. So.
Right, I understand. So if you could give them a tip about the virtual learning, what tip would you give them to make it better for you?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Make the best of it. Just make the best of it. Like try to get through the day somehow because I've always longed to get through the day because it just seemed like it was longer, but just trying to make the best of it because it's not as fun as you might think it is.
Right, absolutely. So, Monica, how was your experience? Is you prefer virtual or in person?
I prefer in person, but under the circumstances of, the COVID-19, I understand virtual. It was difficult for me because it was just such a quick transition to being in person and then going to virtual learning. That was uneasy for me, but I got used to it. One tip I would say is to just keep up with your work and study and just sometimes you have to do research on your own, if you're not a person that don't like to ask teacher questions, sometimes you just have to do it on your own.
Okay, very good tip. Do some research on your own and to make the best of it. All right. TJ, how do you feel about that? In school or virtual?
In school.
In school?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you have any problems with the virtual learning or you were okay?
I was okay.
Okay, good. And right, because some people can adjust pretty good and adapt, and everybody doesn't move at the same pace, but right now everybody was thrown into that situation. Chelsea, how do you feel about that? Any tips on the virtual learning for you?
I don't like it.
It was a breeze for you, right?
No, I didn't like it at all. I like to be in person. I'm a hands-on learner. And just like, I don't know, I think because we don't really use the computers at school, so I didn't really know how to work it. So I'm still trying to get used to it. A
Okay.
tip I would say is just stay on your teachers. Like, let them know that you're there and you're like trying to do whatever to to maintain your grade.
Absolutely. Yes, this is a great big challenge and for everyone, for the teachers, parents, students, but especially to our students. And we hear you. We hear you. They hear you tonight. And so the virtual learning is a challenge for our young people. And although they say, well, they use a computer all the time and they're always on social media, that, but then it's a difference when you're actually learning and trying to do your work with that. And I like that tip to stay in touch with your teachers. Just to even let them know, listen, I'm having a hard time, I'm struggling. Can you help me? Can you help me? So that's a very, very good point. Now, Chelsea, let me stay with you right quick. You're a senior, so last year of school, and so from the ninth grade all the way up to now, I'm sure that you've made a lot of connections, a lot of friends that have maybe come and go or whatever. So as a high school senior, how have you dealt with bars like making friends, maintaining friends, just dealing with your peers? Any type of comment or concerns that you may like to share with other young people?
Um, Friends, it's interesting because it's like when I got to high school, I was so excited to have friends. I wanted all the friends I could make. But as time went on, they started to like lessen and lessen. So it's not like a priority. It shouldn't be a priority to make friends in high school.
Okay.
You just have to go, you can have fun, but you're there to learn, get through it. And they didn't lie when they said you like it goes by quick. So you gotta really make sure you stay in track.
Got you. So to begin with, you had a great big circle of friends, but as you got down to your senior year, you began to prioritize, and so your circle got small.
Yeah. Like
So
I
it's just
started
a
I probably started
couple of.
yeah, I probably started with over 20 friends and now I have maybe 4, like close friends.
Got you, got you, got you. And it's a learning experience. It's a journey. It's a journey. And I like what you said that you're there to learn, and that's exactly it. So Monica, how did you feel about this friend situation? And I'm sure you've had quite a few friends. And all you all are beautiful young ladies, and I'm sure that you're friendly. Everybody wants to be your friend, different things like that. But you're in your last year of high school. So through the years, what have you learned about friends?
Friends really come and go sometimes. That's not it's not a bad thing, but you just have to understand, like she said, you have to know that you're at school to learn, not to be socially. You can social and stuff, like she said, have fun, but you have to focus on your work the most because that's what matters the most, pretty much.
That's what matters the most. Got you. And to our social bug, Miss Kaylin. So she likes to be have friends and talk. So you're in the 10th grade. So
Yes.
what have you experienced or when it comes down to friends?
A lot,
Okay.
very lot. They do come and go, so it's really hard because I had to learn the hard way that people have to earn your friendship. Me being the social butterfly that I am, I want to be loving and you're my friend right away, but I had to learn that everybody has to earn your friendship to be in your circle, to have your trust and build that bond. So I only have a few. Um, because that's what it came down to. When it came all down to who was there for me and who turned on me or whatever, it came down to only a few friends that are in my circle right now. It was hard though.
Great, great. And I understand what you're saying. And you all are, when you talk about that, it takes a lot when it comes down to knowing that as your parents tell you all the time, they tell you, please be selective about your friends. You know, be careful who your friends are. Make sure you choose your friends wisely. So you all find that to be true?
Yes.
Yeah,
Very.
I'm sure you do. So your parents were right.
Yes.
That time anyway, right? Okay, so to our track star, TJ, what are there any struggles when it come down to friends or guys? You know how guys are different from girls. So do you have a lot of friends or you're kind of a loner?
I I kind of just stayed with the same friends that I've known, like that I've grown up with since like preschool
Okay.
and middle school. So like probably about like 7 and 9. It's ones that I've known for a long time.
Okay, okay, good. But do you have one good friend or just two good friends that are like your buddies that you always can talk to and trust? Always got your back.
About like 3.
Three. That's great. That's great. And so I'm sure you all can say that you do have some friends that you know just have your back no matter what. Like, you know, through the thick and the thin, they've always been there for you.
Mhm.
And if you have, those are your true friends. Those are your true friends. Those are your true friends. So, Monica, what do you when once you graduate? I mean, this is your last year. So, what are your plans for after graduation?
I plan to attend college. Of course, I actually have a lot of options because I want to major in fashion and interior designing and possibly minor in business.
Okay. All right. Fashion and interior design and minor in business. Very good. Very good. And so as you prepare for that, are there any concerns with y'all senior year? This is your last year. So last year prom was cut out. Last year graduation for a lot of our seniors did not happen. Do you feel any concerns, Chelsea, about your senior year not being able to do the prom or maybe not being able to actually have a graduation?
Yeah, I mean, I think we might be able to, but I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be sad. I'm gonna be sad if we don't, because then that's like our whole year is ruined. Like last year, it was just like the graduate prom. This year, we could be missing like everything.
right, right. Yeah, it's tough, but you just have to take it one day at a time. I guess that would be the thing. Yeah. So Kaylin, tell me this. If you can encourage other young people, if there's something a message you would like to send to other young ladies, other young black ladies, young black girls, what would be something that you hold true to your heart about if you feel like if people would do this, then the world would be a greater place. Or if I can send a message, or if they would allow me to speak at the White House, this is what I would tell them.
Um, I feel
You got to think
like people
about it.
shouldn't judge.
Okay.
Um, I went through a lot where people judge me off of appearance, and I'm like, but what about my personality? I treat you right. I give a lot. Um, I help. I'm there when people need someone to talk to, advice, motivation, love. I'm just there. I'm just like the friendliest and sweetest person that you could ever like come across. So when people like turn on me or act different, or I've gotten to a lot of altercations with girls because they always wanted to fight me physically, and I
Uh,
never knew why. I never did anything, and my mom has been through it all, and she she was like, this is why I tell you, like, people have to earn your friendship. I learned the hard way. But me, I've always tried to give people chance after chance after chance. And my thing is, please don't judge people, because I'm like very sweet, but because of the way I looked or whatever, people said, oh, I don't want to be around her because she's big, or oh, this. And I never understood why. I've been bullied for ever since 5th grade.
Wow.
Basically, I went through a lot where I did not want to be here no more. And
Wow.
because of God and the people who in my family have loved me, I am still here today. And I'm thankful for that, because I went through depression, and I want people to know, like, you are loved, you are beautiful, you are handsome just the way you are. Just because other people don't think so, you are. I had to learn that.
Right.
It took me a long time to realize that and to love myself. And because of that, I don't know, I just say, please, please just take a chance on somebody. Don't judge them on how they look.
Wow. That's powerful. A lot of times people do want to take your kindness for weakness and just totally don't even appreciate who you are. And I like what you said, as your mom said, you know, people have to earn your friendship. My money, or me giving you whatever you ask me for all the time, and you get mad at me today and then you're not. And so, yeah, that's a lot. And even bullying is a big problem in our schools. And a lot of times people do judge you. And a lot of times, as they say, the old saying is, you can't judge a book by its cover. Okay, and so that's when you're right. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Since 5th grade, and that's a long time to have to endure something like that. But you made it, and you know now what it takes in order to make it. You survived it. Thank God you survived it with God on your side and a loving, caring family. That makes a difference. Family support makes a big difference, and having that support of your family makes a big difference in your lives. And we thank God for you having that family support. Now, we're gonna have some quick final words, but we're gonna continue on, right? Briefly. Nothing for you, Monica? Did you? Okay. Okay. All right. Chelsea, any final words? Okay. All right. TJ, any final words for you? Okay. All right. Listen, guys, we greatly appreciate you coming and sharing with us this afternoon. I just want to encourage you to continue. Caitlin said, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you're handsome, and you have so much potential. Then don't let nobody try and take it away from you. You got to know within yourself. You know, listen, we don't want you to learn the hard way, right, Caitlin? We want you to learn now and learn from their mistakes, learn from their experiences, that listen, you can make it. And so we just like to thank everyone for joining us this afternoon. We want to encourage the parents. Listen, if everybody do their part, if everybody wear their mask, and if everybody is very protective and conscious of your environment, making sure that you're disinfecting, you're sanitizing, you're washing your hands, you're wearing your mask, then hopefully the numbers will go down, and we'll be able to get back to a somewhat normalized lifestyle again. But unless we do it together, it's going to take everybody working together. And most of all, for our children, let's do it for our children. Parents, those who are listening, let's come together and do it for our children. Let's try and make sure if this virtual learning is what we have to do, listen, it can be done. It can be accomplished. Everybody's going to have to do their part. Parents, we're going to have to put back on our thinking caps and help our young people get through this. And if you don't know, then ask your neighbor. If you don't know, if your neighbor don't know, look, try and get in touch with that teacher. They're there for you. They're there to help. And if they're not able to help, then listen, get somebody else. I'm sure you have a niece, a nephew, a cousin, a friend, somebody around the neighborhood. We got to pull this thing together and do it together for our children. And once again, thank you all for coming and sharing with us. God knows I'm looking for great things to happen and with our young people. And we're going to continue to talk about our youth. And we just want to thank you just for sharing with us. And until next week, this is yours truly, Minister Brenda Clements with the Empowerment Youth Ministry broadcast. Until next week, stay prayerful and God bless. Listen, stay safe out there. Wear your mask. God bless. Got that out of the way. Okay, now, I'm not sure if we have any questions on Facebook, but Kaylin, you said something that really kind of touched home for me. A lot of kids deal with bullying in the schools. Is there anything preventive that you all think that you can do or that can stop the bullying, or maybe you experienced it and this is what you've done? Chelsea, is there anything that you had to do, or Monica, is there anything that you had to do when it comes down to bullying? TJ, have y'all experienced bullying before?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have.
Okay. Okay. You too, TJ? And you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have had to deal with that. And so unfortunate. People can be so mean. Kids can be so mean. And I'm glad that you all have been able to move on from that, correct? Everybody's moved on. Everybody's good. Everybody's good with that. Okay, we want to make sure, because the reason I say it is because, and look, you never know why God has us in the situation where we are. Right now, this is where we are. Everybody's home. We're doing virtual learning. There was so much that was going on in the schools: the bullying, the drugs, the fighting, and the racism that you've had to even deal with and encounter, that you had to encounter even at the schools. But look how God worked this thing out, that you don't even have to be there anymore to even endure that. And so, you know, God, all things work together for the good. And although this seems like it's a bad situation, but it's good. You know, there were so many shootings at the schools. Think about it. So many shootings that were happening at the schools, but now nobody's at the school. And so now, you know, all things work together. Everything was getting out of hand. The whole world was getting out of hand. But thank God that he was able to shield and protect us. And we don't even realize that God has us up under a shelter right now and has us all protected. Our children are protected. I don't have to worry about, I'm dropping Monica off at school and wondering what's going to happen at school. I don't have to worry about getting a phone call and wondering, okay, what's going on? Or, you know, we don't have to worry as parents. We don't have to worry about that right now. And so we thank God. Even, you know, it's so unfortunate that you had to deal with the bullying. And I want you all to stay encouraged, because when it comes down to bullying, a lot of times the bully themselves have issues. And a lot of times they take it out on other people. They have insecurities or whatever it's going on with them. And so it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And I want you all to continue to be encouraged, continue to go forward. Don't allow depression, you know, to come and overtake you with the peer pressure, with social media. Be careful with that, with your Instagram, your Snapchat, and whatever else y'all use. I don't know them all. But listen, you're beautiful. And don't let nobody else tell you that you're not. You're intelligent. And don't let nobody tell you that you're not. And you have everything it takes in order to be successful. And to my seniors, look, y'all go for it all the way. All the way. Don't take no for an answer. And I know you won't, Chelsea. But don't take no for an answer. But make sure you accomplish every goal, that you have set forth. You all have beautiful parents. Thank God for your parents. Parents, we thank you for what you have done and what you've instilled in your children. And because of that, they're going to be great, productive citizens in society one day. And so listen, as the school year gets ready to get started back up, this is July. Y'all only have a few weeks before y'all go back to school and you kind inside your room or inside the office or wherever you got to go study at. But we pray that things go well, and we want you all to pray as well that God will, you know, he will work it out for everybody. It's in the best interest of everybody. And so thank God for you and your beautiful faces. TJ, we hope that you recover well. You'll get back out there and start running. And see, this is going to be our gold medalist. He's going to be the Olympian for us one day. So we have our singers here. We have our fashion designers. We have our interior decorators. Listen, whatever you all need, those that are out there looking, y'all make sure y'all will see these names again. Chelsea Goins, 12th grade senior. Monica Clements, 12th grade senior. TJ, well, AKA TJ, Tamaris McCallum Jr. You're gonna see that name again, and you're gonna see Kaylin name again, as well as Kaylin Stevens, 10th grader. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We do apologize for all the technical difficulties that we had to work through tonight. We had to pull hard, but we made it. So I don't have anything else tonight. Do you all have anything else y'all like to say? Anything burning? Like they say, you have a burning testimony you'd like to share with us? anything else? Y'all good? Okay, y'all breathe. Thank you so much. You all have a good night, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to you and see you again. Thank you so much. God bless.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.
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 Thanks, TJ. Thanks, Chelsea.